All right, here we go. Here we go. Hmm. Let's make something for this Steam workshop that's coming here very, very soon. All right, what do we got? Oh, we got some. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to build new project. You know, we got to do the mini car. All right, here we go. I think, yeah. All right. Let's get this adjustable curve pipe. I'm also going to show if anybody's on here from Homebrew, from Discord, or the community who has any questions, you can pop them in the chat. Especially if you're new to homebrew, but especially if you're having problems with or challenges with the plating system, I can show you. Which I'm going to use here for this little mini car here in a second. You'll see that. All right, we got us a basic shape for a little mini car, and let's go ahead and kind of plan in advance here for my plates. I'm going to add some things that may not make any sense right now, but they will later. And let's get some. What we'll do this. This is all in basically preparation for the plates that are going to go on. All right, I think that should be good. Sides, we need for the back. Let's get the back and front. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to use those basically for my plates as I'm building. But now we're going to start getting the main components in this vehicle. And we're going to start off. I usually like to start off with, obviously we need an engine. We're going to get the simple Falcon 6. And we're going to pack a lot of stuff into this car. And it's going to be low to the ground. So the other thing I want to do is I want to be able to adjust this engine in the vehicle. So I'm going to add another. Let's put it right here. And I think I'm going to actually put this engine in the back. All right, let's go ahead and get that. We'll put it on there. And the reason I did that is for this reason right here with our adjuster tool. It gives me the freedom to kind of put this engine where I want it. Put it right about there. I don't want it too low to the ground because I'm going to have some little wheels on this baby, so I need the clearance below it. Okay, so we got that in there. And let's go ahead and get us a seat now. And we'll go with the bucket seat. Same with this bucket seat. I like to hook everything up to, and what I'm going to do with these right now is I'm going to drag these out of the way. Again, these are basically going to be for my plating system. Pull those out. And let's get our chair in there. And I'm going to use an adjustable pipe for that as well. We'll put that right there. All right. And let's hook this up to that. Okay, now let's go ahead and adjust it with the adjuster tool. thinking right about there. Will help us get the weight down a little bit, the center of gravity. That's good right there. Okay, starting to take the shape of a little mini car, but you gotta have wheels on this thing, right? So let's get some wheels. So just so you guys know, I'm playing a closed beta build of Homebrew right now. Very, 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 very soon. I mean, soon we'll be releasing this, and basically it's gonna open up the Steam Workshop. So right now, a couple of us are making vehicles, putting vehicles in the Steam Workshop. So when people get on there, there'll be some vehicles they can download right away and they can use. So let's get some wheel hubs. We're going to use the simple wheel hub. Let's just get, while we're doing it, let's just get some other stuff too. We're going to get, what else do I want? Well, you got to have a gas tank, and we're going to have to get a battery. Let's find our battery. I'm going to spawn that in. I'm also going to go ahead and get me, do I want to put a rotational gyro? Maybe we won't start off with the rotational gyro just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick it in there just in case. I am going to stick one in there. Just so I have it. I'm just going to put one in there just in case I need it later. Not that I will, but it's there in case. Okay. And now let's get our gas tank in there. And you can see where the center of gravity is, that blue right there. It's dead center. I like that. And we're going to put our gas tank right there. And let's get our battery. And most of the stuff you see right now is all going to be covered up here shortly. Got our battery right there. Yeah, I like that. Let's get the wheel hubs on, and I'm just going to select a face, hold shift, and that's going to allow me to put a bunch on quickly. Okay, and then I'm going to adjust this one right here. There we go. All right, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It's got the start of a mini car, and I love making these little cards. They're a lot of fun. All right. Now, let's go ahead and adjust these in a little bit. And I'm just going to count the clicks. And we also, there's a measurement too, so we can go to, let's go about to, I'm going to say 70. This is going to have the signature mark of shake and bake. I hope people will try out my little mini car. Even Sated Milkman, who makes fun of my my wasp. All right, so we got that together. It's looking good. We're going to drop these wheels down just a little bit. So we've got clearance underneath the vehicle. All right, it's taking shape. I like it. Let's go ahead and hit save. Just in case something happens, it's saved. All right, there we go. Now we're going to do some other parts in there, some stuff. We're going to get a, let's get a speedometer in there. Let's get a smooth box. I like smooth box. I'm going to also get a toggle box. And I'm actually going to get another smooth box. It's like you can't have enough smooth boxes. And let's weld those babies on. And it really doesn't really matter too much where you put these, but one smooth box. What's funny is I say that like it doesn't matter where you put it, but I've been building this game so long, I still kind of want it perfect. It's what's funny about it. Okay, toggle box. And actually, I'm going to get rid of that from there. All you got to do is push your middle mouse button in to disconnect a weld. Okay, again, if you got any questions, just post in the chat and I will answer them. Okay. So we got gas, we got a seat, we got an engine, we got wheel hubs. let's get ourselves a simple gearbox. Okay, we're going to need that. We're not going to use a full transmission. We're just going to go with the simple gearbox. I'm going to check the weight out. It's still dead center. I like that. Why don't we just stick the simple gearbox right there? Why not? Okay. Weight still looks good. I got some clearance under this vehicle. That did not help, though. I'm going to take that gearbox out because I didn't like how it was sticking down. Let's do it vertical instead. There we go. All right. Now we're going to go into the select tool. And now I've selected the wheels. And what I'm going to do now is get the wheels on I want. I'm going to make sure they're all in the right position. And I can see already that I got two on this side that are basically going the wrong direction. So really easy fix for that. I'm just going to select this hub and I'm going to make it the left wheel. Oop. Right there, left wheel. So now they're all pointing in the right direction, but I don't like the wheel. Well, I don't know if I say that. That might be what I go with, but what I don't like, obviously, is the size of the wheel. I'm going to double click that and click all the wheels. And let's take the wheel scale down to 0.5. Oh, yeah. Those are the wheels I like. And one thing I see already we're going to have to do is we have to rotate the hub. So let's do that right now. Because I want these wheels like that. I want them down. Okay. And I can tell you already, when multiplayer goes live on Homebrew here in the near future, I'm definitely going to host a mini car event. I don't know, there's just something fun about them. All right, here we go. Left wheel. Okay, and also starting next week on this, actually, I think I'm streaming on the wrong day. Oh my God, that's so funny. I forgot. I just created a Twitch channel for Homebrew. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? Well, hold on. I don't want to stop in the middle of the stream, but just so you know, I totally forgot. We will start streaming maybe even tomorrow, but next week for sure. Every Friday, we're going to set up a default stream on our Twitch channel. And, we'll do different things. We'll like feature vehicles, do tutorials, Q&As. When multiplayer comes on, we'll do multiplayer events on there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I apologize I didn't go on there. I don't know why I jumped. I guess out of habit, I'm on my Twitch channel, but I apologize for that. You know what I'll do is I'll put... I can do it right now, but I should put in the link here the Twitch channel to Homebrew. Okay, so we got the mini car coming together. And if you just joined us, basically what I'm doing, this is a closed beta version of Homebrew. Includes the Steam Workshop. And I'm just building a vehicle or two to add to the workshop because it's going to go live very, 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 very soon. And we want to have some vehicles in there for people to basically right away be able to jump on if they wanted to, especially new players to the game. All right, so we got our wheels on there. I'm digging those. I'm trying to think if I want to go a little bit bigger on the wheels and bring them in a little bit. Yeah, maybe. No, I think we're good right there. Let's double click those. And let's go ahead. I'm going to go wheel width 1.1. I like that. I'm going to go 0.6 on the wheels. Just a little bit bigger. I like that. Yeah. And let's see what it looks like if we went with a different wheel style. Selection tool. And let's go into open wheel. We got dirt wheel, monster truck wheel, thin wheel. Let's see what that looks like. I think that's what we got on right now. Actually, I'm not sure. I know we got the default wheel on now. Let's see with the thin wheel. I think I like the hubs. Yeah, I do. I like the rims on this wheel right here. Looks cool. All right, here we go. So we got that. Um, so I got the basic components. I believe. I think I'm going to add some headlights to the vehicle. So let's get some lights. We're going to come in here, get us a light, spawn that in. And again, one thing I would say to you, if you're watching this and you have any questions, post it in the chat. But anything I attach to a vehicle, I like to attach to a pipe, an adjustable curve pipe. This gives you the freedom later to really shape or actually move that item where you want it. And I also will kind of just keep it out like that for now, especially because I'm going to do the skinning next here in a second. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to also add a pipe on the back. And that's going to be for other stuff here. So, basic shape together. And I tell you what, while we have it still exposed, I think I'm going to go into the tuner and start hooking things up here. All right, so here's what we got. We're in the tuner. I'm going to pull that up there and start cleaning all this up. Got my 4 wheels. And everybody likes to do this differently. Some people like to put this stuff over the vehicle. I like to kind of, I do both sometimes, but I like to be able to see it really cleanly on the screen. Fuel tank. I'll tell you what we're going to do also. I know something I need already. I need some more batteries. Just in case I want to use that rotational gyro, I'm going to need a little more power. So let's go ahead and get that. And, you know, again, once you click it, one shortcut is just to hold down Shift, and then you can spawn in multiple items, multiple numbers of that item. So it's a really nice shortcut. Let's go back to the tuner. All right, here we go. Back to the tuner. We got our lights, batteries. Let's get these other batteries. I like to group things, obviously, by what they are. We got our bucket seat here. Let's go up like this. You know one thing I need to do, guys, real quick? Let me take it off. Oh, it is off that. Okay, good. All right, back to the tuner. I'm going to pull up this bucket seat. That's kind of the hub of where everything's going to happen at. Got our lights. And I'm going to put those up here. Okay. I got my smooth boxes, which I like to use. And again, all comes down to building preference on how you like to build. Adjustable fuel tank, kind of like things that are resources. I usually put to the left. 3-wheel cars count for the races. Oh yeah. You're talking, hey Sir Squash, like you remember the old school BMWs? They were 3-wheel and the front opened up. We had one of those when I was a kid. I'd say definitely. As long as it's like a mini small car, I'd say yeah. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to start hooking some things up here. Got my lights hooked up. I'm going to hold off on that rotational gyro. I'm just going to leave it over here for now. And actually, I'm going to pull that down here. Yeah, no, I'll put it up here. Just leave it there for now. Same with these smooth boxes. These are just kind of like resources in case I need them later. Same with the toggle box. I know I'm going to need the simple gearbox. Put that right here, drive shaft to drive shaft. And if you don't know it, these colors all match up, which is a nice little shortcut tool, kind of an aid in case you get confused. You know, colors match each other. All right, so it's starting to come together. Nice, Sir Squash. Like I said, we got some people already in the closed beta that are building some things that we're going to add to the Steam Workshop, so that'll be available when this update comes out. Which I don't want to say exact time or date, but let's just say it's going to be very, very soon. Because, if you do that and then it doesn't happen, people sometimes, I don't think this community, but you've seen that where then people do get upset. So, to be honest, I don't think that would happen, though, with this community. It's been really positive so far. I love that. Okay, so we got wheels hooked up. And now for steering, I'm going to steer with my front wheels. So what I'm going to do is just look down at that car real quick. And I'm going to pick the different ones and find which the two. And so the thing I want to do already is I want to move the steering ones together. And I separate the ones that aren't going to be used for steering. I just kind of move those up there. And I know these bottom two ones then are going to be steering. Okay. I'm going to bring down a smooth box. And I'm also going to disconnect by holding Alt down and clicking activate, because I do want a toggle box between my activation. Okay? You don't have to do that, but I do that so I don't have to hold the X down. Just hit X and start her up. So, okay, so we got that. I'm going to check something real quick off the screen here, my phone. I got to see something. I'm trying to... We're trying to get Homebrew added to the Twitch list of games, and I didn't find it earlier, so I'm hoping that shows up soon. And again, I apologize, guys. We do have a Twitch channel. I just didn't think about it, and so I'm on Shake's channel, but the next streams for Homebrew will be on the Homebrew Twitch channel. Okay. Now what are we going to do next, right? And basically what we're going to do now is start setting this up. So activate, we're going to use a button, and we're going to use X, apply, and throttle for me is going to be W, apply. Now, but what I'm going to do, I was going to do a smooth box on that, but I won't. Sometimes I like to just kind of smooth things out because I am using keyboard and mouse. And that toggle box or the smooth box is a great tool to do that. Let me move this up here, guys, so you can see it a little better. Maybe over here. That's good. All right. Where I really, really use it is steering, is where I use the smooth box. And so what we're going to do is we're going to run the steering into the input for smooth box, and then output I'm actually going to run to the steering wheel hub so that it looks smooth when it's turning. And I'm also then going to run this output now to those front wheels. And I'm going to hold my shift down. It's kind of a shortcut. And why I do that is, I use mouse and keyboard. I still need to do, I still haven't hooked up the Xbox controller, and I don't know why I've not done that, but I haven't. Everybody swears that it's better to use one for this game. Okay, so now I'm going to come to the smooth box real quick, and I'm just because I've done it enough, I'm going to put that at about 10. And we got our throttle hooked up, we got our activation hooked up, and what I'm going to do now, guys, is come down here and I'm going to select the seat, open steer wheel. Actually, I selected the steer. I'm going to put on this cart steering wheel. I like that. And let's get the seat selected. And field of view, I'm going to change to 65. I like it that I can look around. I'm not going to use the smooth output here. You could, because I like the smooth output box so that I can really control it. We're going to take control of it. We are going to come up here, edit, and lock camera. And basically, we're going to turn this baby on. I just hit my X key, and boom, engine's running. But you know what I forgot to do, guys, is I forgot to put in the controls. There goes my wheels. That's epic. It's epic. But what I forgot to do is I forgot to listen to that. That's awesome. I forgot to hook up steering in the tuner. So we'll just come back to the tuner. I'm going to move that up there. I hope you guys can see that on your screen okay. But basically for the steering, I have to add a command. So here's going to be steer, right? We're going to do a button axis and S, no, not S, shake, A and D. We're going to hit apply. And what I'm going to do now is just check real quick. Yeah. And see, it's wrong. It's backwards. So I'm just going to go back and fix that, switch those letters around, make the first one D and the next one A. Hit apply. Let's check it now. Yep. All right, good to go. Now, one thing I can see already is the turning steer coefficient. I'm going to make a little bit higher. Yeah, there we go, 30. I want it to turn a little bit farther. And I can just tell by looking at it. There we go. Okay. All right. So we got steering. We got an engine. Simple gearbox. I'm not going to mess with the gear ratio yet, but I might because I want it to have a small car feel. And to be honest, sometimes I am. There we go. I don't want my car to go too fast. I actually have more fun when they sometimes go a little slower. All right, so we got the basic workings of the car. The lights are not hooked. Are the lights hooked up on? Let's see if the lights are hooked up. I can't remember if I hooked the lights up. I did hook the lights up. They are getting voltage. They should be on, so those are working. You could put a toggle box to turn lights off and on if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that right now for this car. And I did put in a speedometer. Where did my speedometer go? I think it's on the ground still, to be honest. Yep, let's go ahead and turn the engine off. Let's get our speedometer, select our weld tool, and let's put this baby. Let's put it somewhere. We'll stick it down here. Yeah, it's not really, to me, where I put these at is not as important. But you don't want to do that. Sometimes I do that. Let's just put it right here. There we go. All right. Checking my weight. Looks good. It's pretty much dead center. Wheels are good. Engine's working. But what about brakes? Okay, we need to do brakes. So let's go to the tuner. And let's get everything all nice and pretty here. There we go. And let's go ahead and add brakes in. And we're going to rename this brakes. And I think for brakes, we're just going to do the space bar. So single, there we go, apply. And let's run our brakes out here. We'll run our brakes to all of the wheels. Okay, and that's going to get us going. Okay, let's close this down here real quick, guys. So let's start our car up. Let's lock the screen. And my brakes are going to need a higher coefficient. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn off the lock camera, turn off the vehicle, and use our selection tool. I'm just going to double click the wheel hubs real quick. There we go. And I'm going to come down to brake force, which was at 0, and I'm going to make this like, I'm going to make it 30,000. Okay. And let's fire the car back up. And that stopped them on a dime. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's save the project. And overwrite. And let's hit escape. Exit builder, I mean. And then let's just, what I like to do is before I start adding any other stuff on, I like to tweak the settings The only reason you're seeing that red stuff on the screen, guys, is this is kind of a, I guess you'd call it a dev build, beta build, and you won't be seeing that when this update comes out. So one thing you see at the top there is the controls pop up. F1 brings them on. F1 turns it off and on, right? So also we've added the icons to the right that look really nice. If you were using if I did settings for a gamepad, those would show up there as well. All right, let's get rid of those. There's my little start of my mini car that I'm going to add to the Steam Workshop. Let's fire this baby up. And we're golden. You can see, the next thing we have to do is start tweaking wheel settings, okay? Let's check those brakes. And one thing about the game, that I had to learn, different than HB13 especially, is, we kind of give you a blank slate when you make a vehicle. And so you really have to come in then, like, we want to give you the freedom to basically set the vehicle up how you want. And we don't know what that's going to be. And so when you start out, you're going to have a vehicle usually that's pretty slidey like this and slipping, but you can tweak all that. I'm going to show you that here in a second. All right, so we got it going. We got brakes working. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is come in here. We're going to build and do open last project and start working on our mini car some more. I'm going to start putting skins on now, and then we can tweak wheel settings once the weight of those skins are on. And this is what, now some people have struggled with skins. I'm not a pro at it. There's some people that are really good. I know enough to get me in trouble. So what I'm going to show you is, what color am I going to go with? I think I'm going to go with red. I like red. And so basically, or maybe I want silver? Oh man, it's a big decision. Let's go with, I like red. A little red car. Or a little black car. I'll go with a little red car. Yeah. Okay. You get two different kinds of plates. You got adjustable curve plates, which are good in their own right. I have found I've been drawn more to adjustable directional plates for a variety of reasons. They don't seem to be as hard to manage once they get in there. They don't buckle as much. And so that's kind of what I've been using. But it all comes down to preference. And again, I'm not an expert, so I'm going to talk a little bit about it. One thing that people talk about is the buckle and also the weld point. So what I did, first off, is I created all of these, what I call them as like internal weld points for framing, okay? And what I'll do is put these on. I think that's good for now. And use my adjuster tool. And what I'll do is, well, I'll take this first one here. And just so you know, I am actually counting the clicks. And I know that might sound like a lot of work, but if you want to get an even looking symmetrical look, for now, that's the way you're going to kind of have to do it. Eventually, hopefully we get some symmetry tool into the game. All right, so 5 clicks there. I want to show you something in a minute, though, of why I did this, why I put those weld points where I did. Okay. I think we're good there. I always do like a double, triple check, though, just to make sure things look right. The reason is now you can see that the weld point is still here. So you notice I've got no weld showing on that skin at all. So if you want a clean look, that's the way I do it. I mean, you may have another way of doing it. And so you don't see these weld points on the outside. And then I just go in here, I use these to now adjust kind of where I want to get them basically at. And this is going to be kind of the side panels of the vehicle. And I don't want to get them too low. I think I'll just go a little bit lower though. Okay. And I think that's kind of good right there. And then what I'll start doing is adjusting each of these. And I'm just going for a basic shape right now because I want to get the other plates in. And obviously that's going to be too high, so I'm going to bring these down. Now, you see what I just did? Just if you're new to this game, you see how I thought I clicked this corner, but I really got one. I always do a double check before I start messing with stuff because you may be on the wrong node. So you gotta always remember that. Okay. All right, so I got a basic shape here. One thing I'm gonna do right now though is I don't like to build at night. So I am gonna change the time to 9 o'clock in the morning. There. All right, nice and bright. Okay, so we got our two panels there. We've got a start of something. I'm going to drag these down now. And I use other parts for references too. Like I can see that back axle right there, so I just have it right over that. And it just helps speed things up a little bit, so I'm not counting all the clicks. Okay, make sure that's lined up with that axle. It is. All right. We got us a basic start. I am going to pull these back a little bit. Okay. And one thing you're starting to see, there's going to be a lot of blue nodes on the screen when I'm done. But you just got to be careful and find stuff. You know, moving the camera around helps. You know, if I wanted, so like this corner right here, or like see all these blue dots? I mean, if I wanted one of those, I'm definitely not going to do it from this angle. I'm going to start coming in here and trying to find exactly which one I want. That's why, again, I like to make these adjustable pipes first because it just kind of helps you add these layers to this vehicle over time. So that's a good start. Let's get a front on now. And again, I've got this adjustable piece right here. I'm going to put on. I'm going to go ahead and drag that down. And I will start doing some bending here in a minute. I think that's about good right there. Maybe a little farther out. There we go. All right. But you'll notice this one that the weld is showing right there. And actually, I'm okay with that because I'm going to add some cosmetic stuff to the front here that's going to cover that. So I'm pretty good with that. I'm going to leave like that. I'm going to go ahead and bring down these corners. Now, if something like that happens, you know what I'll do? I'll just kind of go get it back to even because, again, I'm on these plates, I am counting clicks. At least for the first one, and then I usually can eyeball the second adjustment. I'm also going to bring these out a little bit, and I think that's actually good. Yeah, let's bring it out. Wrong one. And see, you could do that. You have to start. What you want to do is when you click that node, you want to make sure the piece that you want to adjust is highlighted. So now I see that this plate is highlighted. Okay, let's go to the other one. I really have no clue what the final version of this vehicle is going to look like, and I really enjoy that sometimes building. It just kind of evolves as I build, to be honest, and we'll see what happens. My little car has gotten a little wide, but I think I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go with kind of a wide look to it. Um, let's add our back plate on now. Okay, and I don't mind that that weld is shown on the back one because I probably will put a license plate there. That's okay. All right. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go a little bit farther out because I'm going to put some hubs over some wheel wells on too, or try to. All right, I'm just going to eyeball this one, guys. There we go. Some of you guys watching know you've been playing the game so long you can eyeball a lot of this stuff pretty quickly. But I want to get these lined up with the front ones. And if I remember correctly, it was 3 clicks. I am looking at the wheel hub. It looks pretty close, but I'm going to come up here and check. Maybe one more. All right. The other side. And this is starting to take a basic shape of a vehicle. Okay. All right, all right, all right. I'm going to bring these out just a little bit more. And again, if you guys got any questions or comments, or even if you play the, or if you're new to the game, I'm guessing there's people on here now from the Discord community that are watching. See, this is going to be a pretty wide vehicle, but that means it'll be more stable. So I'm good with that. Okay. Basic shape coming together. I'm going to leave those lights out there. I got me my back set up here. All right. Now comes the fun part. Let's get the bottom in. And for the bottom, I like to use I'm gonna use a black plate. But the fun part's coming when we start to bend this stuff, and it's trial by fire. All right, we got our bottom plate in there. Yeah, like that. Go ahead and adjust those corners of the bottom plate. And you can see when you start getting all these blue nodes in here, it can get a little bit tricky. A lot of it is just camera angle and getting the right angle. And you'll be okay. All right, let's get the back one a little farther back. Go up here and look from the top. I can see that is not lined up. Okay, I like it. I got me the little boxy red car going on here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start bending these sides a little bit. And like I said, I have no clue at all what this vehicle is going to look like when it's done. And that's the fun part. The sides are way, no, they're not too high. We want to bring these down a little bit. And to me, this is like the real art of the game. Well, actually, I take that back. There's the art of this game is using plates and how you do it, but also the tuning of these vehicles. Because man, I mean, you really, really can go to town when it comes to these vehicles and the tuning of them, and that's another whole skill set in itself right there, which I'm still definitely learning. Okay, guys, I'm liking that. What I'm going to do now is save it, and I would advise you save often. And I should have been already saving this more. Okay, I'm going to spawn this in just to kind of take a look at it. I'm also going to actually real quick change the wheel settings. For all of these, and I'll just start off with a default for now. And I don't remember for each of my cars I've used different things. Let's see. Right, 2. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check out the red box. All right. All right, there's the little red box. I love it. Let's get rid of the controls. Change camera view. And it's still a little slippery, but I'm going to fix that with some grip adjustments. But it's getting closer. Brakes are working good. I like the suspension height. That's good. Oh, yeah. Not bad. Not bad. It's a good start. Oh, a little squirrely, a little squirrely. I do need to add in a reverse to it, which is not hard to do. I think it's awesome. I should leave those lights like that. Okay, let's get back to the builder. I want to try to get this into the Steam Workshop today if I can. All right. Now let's start doing some fun plate manipulation. Pressure's on me. I know you guys are watching on the stream. So it's like, oh my God, come on, Shake. Don't screw it up. All right, here we go. I'm not afraid. All right, so what I'm going to do here, and I tell you what, I don't know how it's for you guys, but to be honest, I have to like experiment when I'm doing the plates. So what I'm doing with this is pulling those in. Now I'm going to start going to the smaller nodes right here. And I'm going to bring those out just a little bit. I want to make kind of a rounded front like this, I think. And I think what I'm going to do is almost make like the front. Yeah, there we go. All these lights back, they're driving me crazy. All right. It's looking scary. One that you can see here that I've got this weld point here that I don't like that is showing. And I'm going to try to fix that right now, if I can. I must have another... Hold on a second here, guys. What I'm trying to do is... I got it. Hold on. Oh. Let's select this, baby. What I'm trying to get is... All right, there we go. What I want to try to do is get that off there in the front. I think I screwed up, is what I did. I don't know why that's not moving away from that. That's okay. We won't worry about it right now. All right, there we go. All right, so got a little curve on the front there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring these in a little bit. And I'm going to... Like I said, I have no clue, guys, what this is going to be. And it does help if you do know what it's going to be. I don't. Okay, so I'm starting to get some curves going here. Just really experimenting is what I'm doing. All right. And I am going to start lining some things up a little better too. One thing I like to do is when I do something to one side, I always come to the other side and do it right away so that I don't forget. Okay. And let's go ahead and take this one back. Now I am going to add some other plates here to kind of cover these plates up so it has a more natural look. Okay. Just kind of getting the shape even more fine-tuned. Let's bring this in. And then what we'll do... I don't want that one. I want the other plate. See, you can see that the other plate was highlighted. I didn't want that one, so I had to click again. All right, I'm digging that. That's good enough for now. Oh, just crashed. And that, my friends, is the lesson in homebrew. Especially, I was in the closed beta. Is save often. Save, and I didn't. I didn't save, and that hurt me. That hurt. So let's see. I'll bring the game back up, and hopefully. Yes. It is live. You know what happened is an update just went out in the closed beta. I think is what happened. So I lost a little bit of my little red car. Let's see if the stream should be back up. Okay. Let's build. Let's see if our little red car. Yeah, I didn't lose too much. That's okay. Minor setback. And one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take advantage of this actually. I'm going to get rid of this blue plate here. Because what I want to do is I want to move this one into the car like this so that that plate's not showing. And so what I'm going to do now is click this back on there. But now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave that plate there. No, I'm going to go black. I'm going to go black on the interior. So we'll move this out just a little bit so that weld is hidden. And now I'm going to move out these sides. About right there. And this is one way to get rid of the welds. If you don't want those welds to show, use the directional plates, not the curved ones, but the directional ones. And especially avoid the buckling of the plate. And now you can see that there's no... it's coming together. You can see that there's no weld point. The weld point's back inside the vehicle. So... I actually like the bottom flared out a little bit like that. Okay. So I think we're looking good. I apologize, but one thing I do is I do move around a lot with the camera when I'm building. So okay. If you got any questions, guys, you can post it. Hey, Skeleton. If you got any questions, you can post them in the chat, and I'll try to answer them. Basically, the Steam Workshop is coming out very, very, very soon. And so just trying to get some vehicles put in there for maybe new people that might join the game. They can get started, you know, something that's not too complicated, that is fun to kind of play with. All right, that's looking good. All right. Starting to come together here. And let's go ahead and start connecting some plates. Okay. In a minute here, I'll start doing some, I'll try again some bending. Okay. Looking okay. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. All right, we're going to get the front of this car going, and I'm going to get another plate in here and hook it to that one. Maybe one more curve. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm kind of digging that. And why don't we pull some lights back in now and adjust these where we want them. Oh, yeah. Get it. Too much fun. Too much fun. All right. Let's bring our spoiler. I think what I'm going to do is I may do another plate. Nah, that's good. Let's bring up these side ones now. Now, one thing I can see is that's crooked. You want to catch those things before you get too far, um, for obvious reasons. Okay. Let's make sure that front's straight. It looks like no. See that? That'd have been a big no-no. I'd have had a screwed up car. At least, well, there's no really no screwing up in this game. It had not been the car. There we go. All right. I'm going to bend this plate up here now to bring it in line with the other one. Okay. Not bad. It's coming together. I am going to add some hubs over those wheels. This is just to get the basic shape going. There we go. Sweet pumpkin pie. Okay, so there we go. We got a good start going here on this little. I don't know. I got a big cherry bomb. Maybe I'll call this the little cherry bomb. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this thing yet, but let's adjust this bottom plate here so it's the way we want it. And I can see that it's not highlighted, so I'm gonna have to make sure I find the weld point. There it is, right there. For that black plate, it's highlighted. Nope, wrong one. It was the right one, but not the right one I want for to move the whole plate. Here it is right here. Move, I tell you, Matt, move that camera. Moving that camera is your friend. All right, let's go do the back. Actually, the back looks okay, so we're going to move this side out a little bit here. Okay. Move the back one out. Seal up our undercarriage. Okay. So the little boxy red car is coming together. Let's save. Don't forget to save, Shake. Save it. All right, now before I get too far ahead, let's get a this is where you start getting into some of the detail you can do in this game. Use a lot of adjustable curve pipes because, especially with the plating system, this is where you can really then later start to adjust stuff. So I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to show you why. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a black plate, adjustable directional black. You know what I'm going to call this thing? I got it. See, it just came out it just popped in my head. This thing is going to be the ladybug. That's what I'm going to call it, the ladybug. Now, what I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to drag this back in all inside the vehicle so I get rid of the weld point. And then what I'm going to do now is select these corners. I'm going to bring this out. Make sure that's even. Other side. All right. Okay, so why I'm doing that is I'll show you why. I'm going to take this and all right, so I just lost it. Let's find it again, Shake. And this is where you have to be patient in this game, because I got it. Yeah, there we go. All right. What I'm trying to create is basically like a front grill is what I'm doing out of another plate. I am going to also make this kind of a scoop. All right, and then bring these up a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm digging it. We're getting there. And then we're going to bring this plate that one. Yeah, the bottom one. There we go. Up to it. There. Okay. And then I'm going to take this back down. Move, if you get stuck like that, move that camera around. Okay. And then I can see already that I want these lights in this grill. And I want them a little farther in, just like, ha ha ha, like that. All right, how sweet does that freaking look? Look at that. All right, I also want to bring, I'm going to bring this up here. I don't like that so low down there. And it did screw the lights up a little bit, but let's see if we can fix that. Does it need to come out? Oh, it sure does. All right. And let's take this. All right, let's bring this back. And this is what I'm talking about in this game. You have to you got to just tweak it. You got to just keep tweaking it until you find the look that you're looking for. And there is no right or wrong. I gotta find the other. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Yeah. All right. Let's bring that out. And I'm gonna go this other side so I don't screw this up and get ahead of myself. There's one. I gotta find the bottom one. And this is where you can get yourself in a lot of trouble, is right here. Because I got to find this other node. And there it is. And if it gets too crazy, I'll just pop the thing off and put a new one on. Because I can see, like right now, I'm starting to get a little wacko with this piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that and just do that. So if your piece gets out of whack, just kind of do what I'm doing here. Free it up so that you can adjust it out here in the open, and then just drag it back in. You can see I got this all out of whack. So let's just straighten her back out. There. So we got her straightened back out. And I am going to bring in the sides again. Okay, and then all you got to do is click this again and drag it back in. See how quick I just fixed that? And I like the look of that. But I'm not done with the front. What I'm going to do now is I got to have a license plate. I always like to add a license plate onto my vehicles. And again, what I'm going to do now for that is you could just stick it on here, right? But what I like to do again, I like adjustable curved pipe for pretty much everything I attach to it, anything I build, because it gives me the freedom then to adjust it later. And so let's get under here, get our dealio, and now I got my license plate. But see, now I can come in and adjust this with the adjuster tool to the front of that vehicle the way damn, that turned out pretty good already. Let's see it a little lower maybe. Nope. Boom. So I'm digging it. Look at those clean lines on the front. What do you guys think? If you're watching the stream, I like that front. I think it's coming together. I could even then start doing things like adding a grill to it if I wanted to. The new parts are coming, but if I wanted to come in and get take this metal fence here, and if the front was big enough, I could do something with that. I'm gonna get me exhaust while I'm at it. And I'm gonna put this. Actually, I don't want it sticking out that far. And again, see, I could put that on there. I'm not going to. I'm going to get adjustable curved pipe. And I'm going to put that on first. And again, the reason is I want to be able to adjust this part. And that's why I do that. Okay, so now I can come in, adjuster tool, and pretty much move that anywhere I want to move it to. And I like it about right there. Boom, shaka-laka-laka, boom. What do you guys think so far? It's getting there. Now, these wheels, I'm going to put hubs over these wheels. But before that, let's save it. Yeah, I'm calling this one the Ladybug. Yep, you sure can. Sir Squash is right. You click, those nodes can get tricky. You can click on it multiple times, and it will highlight the different parts. So that is definitely a good tip. All right. I need to rename this baby, and I'm going to call it Ladybug Shake. All right. Okay, there's the Ladybug. I'm digging it. It's not there. It's definitely not there yet. But we're making progress on the Ladybug. Get those wheels, tuned up to where I want them, so we're not sliding around too much. But we're going, and it's the start of the Ladybug's adventure. Yeah. I'm liking it. That's a good start. All right, let's go back to building. I gotta check the time, guys, because what time is it? All right, a little bit longer. I'm gonna keep working on the Ladybug today. I'm gonna get this into the Steam Workshop, and what I'm gonna start doing now is giving shape to the sides of this vehicle. How I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna get some adjustable curved pipes going here. And I'm going to make sure I got me a spot to put these on. I could see I got me a nice spot right there, right there, right there, and right there. And what I'm going to do with that is I think my Ladybug is going to have black wheel wells. So we're going to go with adjustable directional plate black. Oh, not that. And let's fix this one. Okay. So these are going to be my wheel wells. This is basically where I'm going to try to curve something over these wheels. And again, there is no right or wrong in this game. It's just all about what you're trying to do, and about experimenting as well. I don't want that to show, so I'm going to bring these in 2 clicks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that should be low enough to make that go away. 5 down. So 2 in, 5 down. Okay. And let's just focus on the front right now. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to pull these out now. Good start. The wheel wells to me have always been probably the most challenging, I would say, especially when the wheel starts turning. The one thing I did, no, I'm gonna leave those actually there. I should have did something different, but I'll leave those there for now. I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm just taking my eyeball here. I want to see if these look like they're right. I sometimes you're counting even you can get it wrong, and so I do like a triple, double, triple check. All right, let's bring these down a little bit more. All right. So what I'm going to do here is this going to be kind of like the inside of the wheel hub is what this is going to be. Um, and I'm probably getting way too carried away. Fun! That happens when you're building. For me, it happens in this game. You know, the attention to detail, I can get carried away with it a little bit, but I guess that's okay. All right, let's pull this one back. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. So getting the wheel wells parts kind of put in there. We're going to do a little more curving here. I can see already. No, that's fine. You know, I like to check them out, and I can see that. No, that looks good. Looks good. Nope. I can tell this one. I think no, that's good. We'll take. I'm like talking to myself. Oh, you guys just thinking Shake's losing his mind. I'm not. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna bring these down now. And all right. Totally lost my mind. Yeah. All right, that's good. Now what we're gonna do now is part of the issue is I put that plate in there wrong. So those plates in the wrong direction. And so what I'm going to do now to fix that, and again, all of this is trial, in my opinion, which I think is the fun part, is trial by error. Okay. Get yeah, there we go. Let me save because I fear a crash could happen. Oh, there we go. All right. Now I don't want those welds to show. They're not gonna show because we're just gonna drop this. Find that. Oh, good. That's interesting. Where is the weld point? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's bring this down to 40, right about right there, 20 centimeters. 20 centimeters. And what's nice about this, I'm actually going to bring these over. So, and that's going to kind of do a makeshift hood as well. And let's pull these this way. Wrong one. Okay. Okay. I say that a lot in this game. Okay. And the funny part is I say it even when I'm alone building in here. You really if you do any kind of like artwork as a hobby or anything where you get like your left brain, I swear you like you lose track of time. That's what this game is like to me. It's like it's basically like three-dimensional artwork because you're creating something, and I get so lost in it sometimes. And I'm not sure if that happens to you guys watching, but it sure happens to me. All right. Now what I'm going to do is take these, them over. This one. I want you guys to know I'm just making this up as I go along. So, oh, come to daddy. I'm digging it. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Let's do this. Got us like a little a winged creature is starting to evolve here. All right, let's bring this baby down.